Karen, Karen, Karen. Who or what made you believe that you could throw a press conference and you're going to build the narrative, you're going to lead the narrative, and then you just ain't going to let nobody else talk? Girl, please. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 2. Like I said, Karen has lost her ever-loving mind to think that she could throw a press conference and she's going to be the only one talking. Where did you do that at? How does that work? We're going to talk about it. Anyway, but let's start off right here with Giselle and Robin. First of all, Giselle, you just as shady as you can be. Now, you sat at your confessional and you're fussing about driving to Hanover to see Robin. You're trying to lead us to believe she lives so far that you're driving forever, and you're driving to the point where there's no gas station, there's no stores, there's no food place. It's Hanover, Maryland. Are you serious? Stop it. You're just being shady. You're just being shady. Stop your bullshit, Giselle. Get up there to Robin's house, and then Robin is moving, and she's making this big deal about her moving. Bitch, you moving around the corner. If you don't sit your ass down, Robin. Ridiculous. And just while we're even on it, Giselle, you and Rob, y'all sat there and y'all laughed at Karen, which everybody's laughing at Karen. And Karen is in a constant state of, they're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. That's what it's given for her at this point, and she's not handling it so well, but that's what's going on. Robin, I'm just going to say this. As far as Robin goes, I am so at a point with Robin that I just don't even care. I don't care to hear any more of your bullshit. Your whole storyline and what you're here for, I don't even know why you're here. But whatever that storyline is stupid. I don't care about it. I don't care to see you on screen making more excuses for your acceptance of the foolishness that we know as Juan. It doesn't make any sense. We used to look at Juan and say, boy, he's kind of cute. He don't even look cute anymore because he's so ridiculous. The fact that he would even indulge in this type of dysfunctional relationship that you all have makes him not very attractive. Makes him he's very manipulative, and you're very stupid. And y'all are just rolling with this, and you're so you're just happy with the fact that he's fucking you from time to time. Like, who even cares about that? Do you know how easy it is to get somebody to fuck you, Robin? Like, seriously. I know good and well with these looks that you have, you've got to know how easy it is to get somebody to lay pipe. It's crazy. But then again, you got all this craziness. Knowing you probably will sit down and right before you bust it wide open, you get to talk about Juan. And the person said, you know what, never mind, I don't even want it, thanks. Ridiculous. But I don't need to see any more of it. This moving around the corner into another house that's got, what, an extra bedroom or something? Ridiculous. And what I'm going to need you to do is stop comparing yourself to Ashley. There is no comparison between you and Ashley. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, well, she was, she married money, and I was with the man when he didn't have any money, and then I grew to love him. I loved him through it all. Bragging or complaining. Shut up, Robin. Just shut up. Just shut up. It's just stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. And after these, we're going into a third season. It's too much. I'm sick of it. Anybody that's stupid, it's just stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, moving on. Karen goes out and visits Monique. She's bought herself this new car and all of this kind of carrying on. And in the confessionals, we see that Monique doesn't believe a goddamn word that Karen is saying. That's like the consensus. Karen Huger is a lying bitch. Period. That's across the board. She's a lying bitch. Nobody believes nothing you got to say. If Karen tells you it's raining, I promise you'll go out and snow it. Karen is just a lying whore, and ain't nobody got time for it. And Monique she entertained her and was like, okay, girl, yeah, mm-hmm. That's what it's given. Ridiculous. Then we see Giselle and Sherman. Another couple I don't need to see any more of. Okay, y'all are together. It's cool. That's fine. But I've grown tired already of Giselle talking about fucking Sherman. I've grown tired of it. And it's sad because it's only been couple weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks of last season, and just 2 weeks of this, and then on week 3, I'm trying to avoid getting a visual. Giselle is a beautiful woman. Sherman, not so much. Sherman's not good looking. Giselle, you a gold digger, bitch. And it's cool. I mean, you got to get your bag however you get it. Sherman got 3 kids. You got 3. Y'all talk about the Brady Bunch and all this kind of carrying on. Yeah, whatever. I looked at Sherman out with Giselle. They were having this picnic. And Sherman was getting up off the ground. Sherman's ass is older, tighter, and stiffer than Ray. So, with that, y'all know good well I don't want to be a fly on the wall to see the Hugers getting down at all, because I can't even imagine the crypt keeper hanging over Uncle Ben getting down, honey. I can't. And I know Ray is too non-sturdy to be on top. And I just can't even imagine Sherman and Giselle. Like, no thank you. That just made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's too much. It's too much. Moving on. We meet Candace. Candace she's a former Miss USA. She hit it off with Monique right away. They have some stuff in common. Monique is a rapper. Candace sings. They both are kind of giddy. Candace claims, now this I didn't get. She claims to be from like a upper middle class family and everything. She's engaged to a guy. His name is Chris too, just like Monique's husband. Now, only thing I didn't like about Candace is that she said her boyfriend Chris, her fiance, was not what she expected herself to be with, because she came from a family that was like the Huxtables. And Chris is just a regular smuggler dude who actually is self-made man. He made his money and he ends up having money. He's a businessman and all of this. And everything about him is just normal. He gives you what regular rich is. He's just a regular old rich man, rich white man. He's kind of cute little white man. He all right. He's got holy jeans and he's just normal. He's not out there all flashed out and blinged out trying to show you what he got. He ain't doing all that at all. Candace, you were a former Miss USA, so bitch, I know you know how to turn it on and turn it off. Because you turned it off when you were dealing with Monique. Y'all was just kicking it and chopping it up. You're friends with Ashley. So I'm sure you know how to and act like a dingy white girl when you need to. I'm sure you know how to do that. let me tell you something about the Huxtables. I'm getting ready to soapbox. Let me tell you something about the Huxtables. Anytime anybody wants to make reference to a black person with money, they run right to the Huxtables. One thing about the Huxtables, Heathcliff and Claire were never pretentious. Their children were not pretentious. They were well-to-do people, and their kids were a little clueless to the fact that they were actually well-to-do. And this is kind of how the Huxtables were. That's what made them so likable. So everybody wants to, they have money, they want to equate themselves to the Huxtables, but they were not those people. They were not those people. You know, because she put, the Huxtables were more like Chris. Candace is more like who the fuck ever else on a soap opera. You know what I mean? And he's like chilling. That's Heathcliff and Claire, they was chilling. They chilled. That's what they did. So I don't know what that whole thing's about, but I just kind of laugh every time I see that done. Like, y'all don't get it. Y'all just don't get it. But anyway, at one point, Chris and Candace were actually in a restaurant, and he had holes in his jeans. That bitch put her fingers up in the holes in his jeans and was playing with his balls. That ain't no Huxtable behavior, bitch. Not at all. Not at all. Even when Denise went over to Hillman and was away from the family, she wasn't putting her hand up in nobody's hole in their jeans playing with their balls. So which Huxtables you talk about, bitch? Anyway, okay, let me get back down, but bam it, and I'm back. I just didn't get that. But anyway, I like Chris. I think Chris is cool. I think he's going to be good to watch because he's just regular. I'm going to be watching Candace with one eye. I'm going to be watching her. I do think that Candace is a good fit for Monique because hopefully Candace will always stay fun like this and not be like braggadocious too much. And maybe she'll bring Monique down. And Monique can level on out and just be cool, because her bragging thing gets on my nerves. So I'm just gonna be watching. I'm hoping that they get a good friendship going. Monique even is getting too much like these other girls. Like she's getting a little bit too much like. She reminded me of Charisse at one point because she said in her confessional, "Oh yeah, you know I like her, but she does all this and she talks with her hands like that, like she might hit you, and then I have to hit her back." Well, what are you even talking about hitting her for? Like, she didn't pose a threat. She didn't throw no shade or nothing like that. Like, you just on some old foolishness and trying to find something to kind of not like about or to read about her. Girl, sit down. That's that Charisse shit. And you know, Charisse, well, when we see you, Charisse. Anyway, so whatever. We'll see. I'll be watching. Last thing we're going to talk about. Karen actually had this luncheon. Press conference. She came out with her guns blazing. She brought her friend Matt. Everybody was wondering who Matt was, and I'm going to tell you right now, all I viewed him as white Matt is nothing but her pocket gay. Okay, she brought with her. He's literally a non-motherfucking factor. Giselle, you shady bitch. Giselle and Robin were together before they actually came. They came together. Giselle had this t-shirt made. I said, this is a dirty bitch to do this. This, where you got people who say they friends. Y'all are not friends. Y'all are not friends. This bitch had a t-shirt that said, God bless the Hugers on the front. But on the back, it had hashtags on it. And it said, free Karen, free Ray, and it said tax reform on the back. Now, she wore a blazer. So Karen never actually got to see the back of the shirt in the parts that we've seen so far. But a friend wouldn't be poking fun at you like that. A friend will crack a joke that y'all can laugh to, but a friend is not cracking a joke and make you the ass. Not the butt, but the ass of the joke. That wasn't no friendship shit. That was some shady bullshit. I didn't like that at all. Whatever. Karen's old nasty bitch, so I guess whatever she gets, she gets. Anyway, that was very nasty, Giselle. Very nasty. Very. So they get there. There's paper and pencils there for them. The girls immediately are trying to figure out who is Matt. That goddamn Giselle's like, I know he's not the accountant, because if he's their accountant, he needs to be fired. I said, well, she's so shady. And she's like, and I know he ain't her hairdresser, because y'all know what her hair gives. I said, oh, Giselle, watch it, bitch, because you know you were the queen of a raggedy motherfucking weave too last season and the season before. You doing good this season, 2 episodes in, bitch. Don't get too ahead of yourself now. But yeah, the Crypt Keeper do wear some fucked up wigs and weaves. Anyway, he's nothing but a pocket gay. That's it. That's who he is. So through this thing, Karen is talking at them. She's talking to shit, telling them they're some late bitches and they're not her friends. They haven't been friendly. And I'm going to answer questions. But she really wasn't answering any questions. She wasn't even giving them a chance to talk. She told them not to write. It was really crazy. I was like, is this bitch that lost her mind? You're going to tell the people what to write on the paper. You're going to tell them what to say out their mouth. You're going to tell them how to respond to you. Girl, you're crazy. So go crazy. Monique told her, girl, I will fight for any of you whores in here. I will fight for you. But I need to know what I'm fighting for. Like, you're not telling us anything. You're saying you didn't know anything, this, that, thing, and the other. She's going on and on about this whole thing about, you know, her and Ray not having joint accounts and all of this. All of that's fine. Nobody really cares. Who cares? And just throwing Ray under the bus the whole way. She's like, you know, her thing is that I'm good, Ray ain't good, but fuck Ray, right? Basically. And I'm like, what kind of wife is that? You know what I mean? A mess. But the big thing here that happened before it went off was Ashley and Karen getting into it. Baby, they ran into each other head up like 2 oxen. I said, what in the hell's going on? She says, well, okay, Karen, that's fine. She says, well, I just want to know, is she messy? She's kind of messy. That Ashley be taking digs, honey. She said, well, are you being indicted? Is anybody being indicted, you or Ray? And she busts out laughing. And she says, I don't know. Is Michael getting indicted for swinging his ding-a-ling all over the Instagram? I'm like, what? What is she talking about? Baby, Ashley's got them eyebrows touched. And she was like, hey, get your hand out my face. And ain't nobody I said, oh, shit. Touch the nerve. Well, come to find out, there was a gay lover scandal with a new picture involving Michael. And Karen's talking about how Michael was giving the boys money and carrying on and with the boys, honey. And baby, Miss Ashley was not feeling it. And they got to going back and forth. I said, wow, Karen, that was shady as hell. Shady as hell. You deflected and then threw her out in the middle of the street, honey, and knew the streetcar was coming. I said, ooh, it's getting nasty, honey. And it ended there. And they're going to pick up again next week. I'll be waiting, honey, with bated breath to see what is going to happen next. Karen Huger, you are a hot mess. And I repeat, how the hell do you think that you were going to give a press conference, come out with your guns blazing, and let no one talk, build the narrative, run the narrative, and just yell and scream and shut everybody down, and now you throw a shade to, girl, you done lost your damn mind. And if y'all let her continue to get away with it, you whores have lost your minds. Mess.